Tell me, adventurer, do you ever feel like you're destined for something greater? Uh, you do match the description. I admit, I wasn't in Whiterun during the events. Even when I'm out there trying to make a difference, I end up having no effect at all. All my life, I've grown up with a silver spoon. And all my life, I've been told how I can't be ungrateful. But this isn't the life that I wanted. Why shouldn't I be ungrateful? Why can't I pick up a sword and fight for the cause I believe in? Yes, even as the wars rage, farmers must pick their crops, and hunters must trap for skins. So what does a Thane do when he has no power? I don't know. But maybe I just haven't looked hard enough. Oh, really? Whose life could possibly depend on mine? Really? I do hear that many of the other Thanes and nobles don't hear the wishes of the people. Maybe you're right. All my life. But this isn't the life that I wanted. Why sh- That's what everyone tells me. Even the gods. But who are they? What gives them the right? I admit, I came here to drink and gather up the courage to leave. And I was just about to walk out the door when you came by. But the next king's moot is a long ways away. Perhaps I'll think about this some more. I don't know who you are or why you approached me, but I thank you for your counsel. Maybe next time we meet, I'll be a little less dour. I sound how I feel. Skyrim is the center of everything. And I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. While others fight for glory, I've been on a fool's chase to find an heir to Borgus. All on account of some stupid document written by the Jarl's father. It says that an heir to Borgus is alive and well through a bastard child living in Cyrodiil. I've also been doing research on a ritual. A way to prove this child is ᵯᴑᴆᴆᴇᴆ's kin. But I don't know. It all seems so far-fetched. And if I leave for Cyrodiil now, the Jarl's made it clear that I won't be welcome back. Killed? Then it's true. There are children of ᵯᴑᴆᴆ still out there, and there are people who want to silence them. I'm beginning to think this is a worthy cause after all. But where do I begin? Do I go to Cyrodiil? Abandon my life and risk exile?
There you are, sleepyhead. You're going to miss your own party. The end of Grant's rebellion. And, of course, you joining the heroes of Riverwood. And not to mention all the other things you've done. We really don't have time to go through all of them. Of course, my liege, it's behind Javaska. I was thinking the Bannered Mare at first, but I prefer the outdoors. Come on, everyone's waiting. I'm very pleased with the turnout. I even coaxed one of the other things to be at your party. It was quite a coup. have so many friends, and there are only so many seats, so do not be mad if some of them could not come. Jocelyn, for instance, does not like being around crowds. And Embry would drink all the mead, so I forgot to invite him. I'm sure he'll get over it.
Bits and baubles for sale. Oh,
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead.
Still, if we include the companions, there will be enough people where you will feel sufficiently loved. Of course, the most welcome guest of all is a clear sky. I'm glad it showed up.
Hail, companion.
Don't worry, I didn't invite Hamsker. Although sometimes it feels like he's their enemy.
Each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel. And there it is, friends. The
Just a little further. Be patient. I don't want you running off to the party without me.
God of man, ascended from Christ to rule the realm.
And here we are. Welcome to your party, my hero. Let me know whenever you want to wrap up the party. After all, you're the guest of honor, so you get to decide when it's over.
Aaron?
Who said
When
anything
you
about
have a
Aaron?
big heavy weight swinging around your upper body.
Friends like you are hard to find, and very valuable to me.
This is a great party. Don't you think so, Henna?
There's some
I
fine
agree,
warriors.
Henna. It's the best.
Some of you should consider joining the military.
I've heard some rumors about you and Skewer.
high horse.
And if you want to keep having ears, you'll pretend you didn't.
Is it
Damn, there's a joke here, but Skjarn isn't really haughty enough to sit on a
So
high horse.
it's not true.
Arrogant
So
and
that's that.
contemptuous, yes, but not haughty.
Keep digging, Alf. You'll find it in there somewhere.
Thane Larsden. Good to see you're doing well. How's business?
Business is good. All thanks to your man Cygnus. He's been invaluable on the road.
You know, you can still
What
hold
guidance
Thane's
could you
help.
offer me?
I taught you how to use one well enough.
Fought any good giants lately? Or
Don't tempt
deranged
me.
princesses?
I might start a rebellion of my own.
Don't remind me.
Something has shifted in the moon.
Back.
Provide you with the
I still can't believe Gren beat us to the axe. Of course, we were just trying to defend Riverwood. We had no idea there was even an axe to fetch.
Karas, what's the word on that contract? I've got a stock of weapons and armor ready to go.
Patience, girl. The demand is high. The higher-ups just need to make sure you've been vetted.
Damn all this bureaucracy. The soldiers in the field need those weapons now.
I know, child. But this is the side we fight for. Orders are orders.
Gren always said we should celebrate his death, and here we are. Although I'm not sure this is what he meant.
Is Rumaren married? We ought to set him up with someone nice.
Why can't I
Don't
train
know
with
what kind
Ayla?
of girl he likes.
Yes, he's lucky we aren't burning him like King Olaf.
Oh no.
And King Olaf was a great man.
Bigger than a
I have no
stag.
idea why we burned him.
I think our fighting styles are similar.
Well, you can
Oh
either
yes,
get better
very
with a
much
bow,
so.
or
By the
try to
way,
learn
Dragonborn,
from me.
have you met my wife? She's right over... wait a minute. Did I forget to invite her again? Oh no, this won't do. She loves these kinds of parties. Ah, I'll just tell her I went to Gren's funeral. She never liked him. Like I told you back at Snapleg Cave, I'm going
Rumaren,
home
we're
to
nearly
live a
going to
quiet
give up
life.
those boundaries
Right after this
and we'll go
incredibly
properly.
noisy party.
Parties like this are a good place to play matchmaker.
Something has shifted in
Maybe
the
for
moons.
you two, but I don't see any
hey
of the
there.
Argonians
I killed a
here.
bear yesterday. Did you kill anything?
Any pairing to work that doesn't involve Skyrim.
True.
Something on your mind. I hope we have enough drinks. You never really know if there's enough. Until next time.
Late for your own party, huh? Well, traveler, you've earned that right. I'm sure all those prisoners you saved in Angevund can attest to that.
How do you manage to hold your ground like that?
You have to remember, it's not about strength.
Oh,
It's
really?
about leverage.
You better tell our friend
Strength
over there to
doesn't
get
hurt.
back in his coffin.
Well, no. I'm just
But I
saying
don't
there's
blame
more
you
to
for
this
having
than
bad
just-
memories of that place. For me, it was that cave all over again. That's why, when this party is over, I'm headed back to the Rift. That boy was the last bit of honor we have left. I owe it to the company to find him, and to make sure he's safe. Maybe for you too.
Well met.
Zora asked me to hand out drinks. Sure, it's not the best job, but it sure beats cleaning up. Oh,
Something has
Ah,
shifted
yeah,
in the
what do you
moons,
want?
brother.
someone handed me this bottle of mead.
All right then.
I prefer ales.
Did I tell you
Here
how
go.
great this party is?
Find it
The Jarl must be
at home.
so jealous. Of course, I'm not big on debauchery at wild parties. These sort of simple gatherings between friends is precisely where I excel. If I have one bone to pick with Zora, it's the location. If she wanted to have the party here, she could have at least asked me to cook. Alright then.
Nord.
What
Yes?
guidance could you offer me?
I'm Thane Larsden's housecarl, Cygnus.
Well met.
You must be the Dragonborn. My name is Karis. As a soldier for the Empire, I appreciate what you did to quell Gren's rebellion. By the time word reached General Tullius, it was already over. A good thing, given he has his hands full chasing down what's left of the Stormcloaks. That axe Gren found. I know of its legend. If Gren had slain the beast, if such a beast even existed, he might have had a claim when the Kingsmoot arrived. Thankfully, we avoided that scenario. Thane Larsden mentioned the same ritual to me once, before he changed his mind and started this business of his. It's sad to see how fickle youth are, but I'm glad it's not his death we're celebrating. While I'm perfectly happy to celebrate Gren's death, I've come to visit my old pupil, Thane Larsden. On and off, nearly a dozen years. Most of the Jarls and nobles send their children to solitude, but have no real expectation of the results. The previous Jarl, Balgraf's father, stressed I trained the boy hard and make him a warrior. I'm afraid we'll never know if I succeeded.
Thanks again for saving my life.
What can I do for you? What would you like to play? Certainly. It's a fine tune and a good request.
Place to play matchmaker.
Maybe for you too. See any other Argonians here?
Well, pretty much any pairing to work that doesn't involve Skyrim.
True.
Would you like to make a request?
You have to make me a general.
Something has shifted in the moons.
Skjarm isn't really haughty enough. Arrogant and contemptuous.
All across this great white land we fight to die with sword in
Pirate, soldier, or king, for a warrior's life, we shout and sing. A warrior's life, through and through, fighting wars both old and new. And when it's done, take me home, across the bridge of old Whalebone. Give me an ale, and give me beer. A salty wench and plenty of cheer. Give me a brawl or two or three, and bards to sing about you and me. A warrior's life, through and through, fighting wars, both old and new. And when it's done, take me home to the great mead hall of ancient stone.
What can I do for you?
Hannah and Frenna are two of my best archers. They're the twins.
ᵯᴑᴆᴆᴇᴆ, when are you going to give up those
Need
bound
something?
blades and wield a proper weapon?
That's an odd question coming from a blacksmith of ᵯᴑᴆ.
Thanks again
Don't
for
your
saving
weapons
my life.
practically come from oblivion?
That's not exactly how it works. They're quenched in Daedric blood, but the weapons themselves are made here.
I don't know, it sounds to me like the only difference is I have to pay you money.
That's the cost of staying alive, El. Don't be cheap when it comes to that. I'd like to work the Skyforge just once. Maybe I'll sneak on over there after the party. Which one? I forged almost a dozen axes, bows and armour for all those people you saved at Angarvund. Amazing how much fire was in their eyes. They must have really hated this war teacher who tortured them. I wouldn't have missed it. It's my chance to honour the Dragonborn, a hero of Riverwood, and the one who stopped Grant's rebellion. So here's to you. May your weapons never rust and your shield never break. Good steel's worth every sep. Karas, what's the word on that contract? I've got a stock of weapons and armour ready to go.
Fair warning. If the Mad Burton shows up and turns this party into a brawl, don't blame me. I'm just here minding.
Sure you've been vetted.
Damn all this bureaucracy. The soldiers in the field need those weapons now.
I know, child. This is the side we fight for. Order.
This is a fantastic party.
Dragonborn, you were so busy fighting off Gren's rebellion that I never thanked you for that day at the Huntsman. I gave up that fool's quest to start my own business. I realized the true king of Skyrim sits not on the throne, but on the face of a coin.
Oh no, don't look at me.
I'm glad you asked. I provide commoners with a tour of Dragon's Reach. I let them feel what it's like to be a noble for a day. So next time someone asks you if you've been to the Cloud District, you can say, yes, thanks to Thane Larston. And for 100 gold more, I also loan them my house Carl for a day. It's not like I'll be in a war anytime soon. That he is. He's my right-hand man, my sword and shield. Karis, whom I've invited to the parties with the Empire. He knows a lot of people who are tired of military service, wants to work as bodyguards for nobles, like myself.
What do you mean?
He introduced me to Cygnus, and the Red Guy's been with me ever since.
I'm afraid that...
He even saved me from a saber cat once. Those things are ferocious.
Remarkable.
Ah, my lord, it was nothing. I was just doing my duty.
Nothing. You nearly lost your arm fighting off that thing. But I reckon those fangs would have broken off instead. Bones is hard as Skyrim, this one.
Speaking of house Carls, there was someone by the stairs asking for you. I think she was another applicant.
I'll talk to her later. I should have never sent all those missives.
Well met.
Maybe for you two.
It's been a long time since I've seen Whiterun. So little has changed, and yet it all looks so different. It sounds like you and your friends are having a lot of fun back there. Good. You should treasure every one of them. I'm sorry, I haven't been to Whiterun in ages. I seem to have forgotten a lot more than I care to admit, including many of my friends. But there is something familiar about you. I guess you can say I'm here to see a friend of my own, although oddly enough, I doubt he remembers me. He was just a babe when I last saw him. I'm not sure I'd recognize him myself. Yes. How did you know that?
Business is good. All thanks to your man Cygnus. He's been invaluable on the road.
Still on the blade yourself, boy. I thought you had to use one well enough.
Don't tempt me. I might start a rebellion of my own.
Ah, and I suppose you'd want me to provide you with the army.
I can think of no better man. Are you new in town, my lady? I don't believe we've met.
Are you Thane Larsden? I'm here about the housecarl position.
I'm afraid that position has already been filled. I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. Good day.
He grew up to be a rather handsome man, although I don't really care for the beard.
Normally I'd advise you not to get too close to the Thane, but you're an
Don't know
exception.
what kind of girl he likes.
Oh, don't mind
Perhaps
us. I'm just
good
trying to
laugh.
figure out ways to take Scar's
Oh no,
money.
don't look at me.
Is it time? Or do you want to mingle with the guests some more? Very well, just leave it to me. If I may have everyone's attention, the Dragonborn would like to say a few words.
Speech!
Now I'm kidding. You have already done enough. You do not have to give us a grand speech. Well, maybe next time. I think we're all tired, so I'll keep this short. Now, we've all come to this party to celebrate our victory, and more importantly, our friendship. But while two of those things will last forever, one of them has to come to an end.
Do you mean our victory or our friendship? Because I can't imagine you would want to end the party.
I'm sorry, Roumaru, but the party is over. Although if you keep interrupting me, I might just end our friendship as well.
It was a damn good party. I thank you for having me.
Here, here.
Here, here!
To the Dragonborn. And to you, Zora. Excluding that horrible bard. Never been to a finer gathering.
To the Dragonborn!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Well met. Alright. Something on your mind? Well met. Until time.
What do you want, milk drinker?
What do you need, my Thane?